This is the WOODBRIDGE Smart Bidet Toilet 1.28 GPF Dual Flush. But honestly, the first time I heard about this toilet, I really wasn't sure if I needed all these features in a bathroom. But as someone who recently redid a small bathroom at home, I quickly realized that maybe need wasn't the right word, but want? Oh, for sure. When you think about the time you spend using a toilet, you start to see why a little luxury could go a long way. So, let's talk about what this thing actually looks like and how it feels to use every single day. The WOODBRIDGE Smart Bidet Toilet is solid and has this sleek, modern design. It's got smooth lines and a low-profile skirted bottom, which just means there are no awkward little nooks for dust to hide. Mine is in this clean, classic white color, but I've seen you can get it in gray as well. I definitely think it looks more high-end compared to most standard one-piece toilets. It's got an elongated seat for more comfort, and the overall size is a little bigger and more substantial than old-school toilets. But even in my smaller bathroom, it never felt out of place. I'll be honest, before owning it, I was worried the extra tech and the bigger shape would make it stick out, literally and visually. But it doesn't in my space. It looks like it was always meant to be there. Now, using it day to day, my experience so far has been both surprising and actually kind of fun. I never thought I'd use the word fun about a toilet, but here we are. Walking up to it, the lid automatically senses I'm there and opens on its own. It's quiet, with a soft, slow lift, and it really feels futuristic. No more using hands to lift the lid or awkward foot techniques. Honestly, that's where the hands-free experience really kicks in. It's more hygienic, and it's just convenient if your hands are full or you're trying not to touch surfaces. The seat is heated, which I'll admit is something I never thought I'd care about, but now can't live without, especially on cold mornings. You can actually adjust how warm you want the seat, so if it's summer, you can turn the heat down or off. It's all customizable right from the remote, which brings me to the next part. The remote is wall-mounted right across from the toilet in my setup. Some people mount it on the side, but for my bathroom, having it in front makes way more sense. The remote is easy to use and you can pop it off the wall if you prefer to hold it. One of the features that got a lot of play in my house is the foot sensor. Right along the side at the base, there's a spot you sort of lightly kick and the lid opens up. For anyone who prefers not to use their hands at all, you can do most basic toilet functions literally with just your foot. Very convenient, surprisingly intuitive. Even my young kid figured it out super quickly. But let's get to the part I was definitely the most hesitant about, the bidet function. If you've never used a bidet before, this is basically a water spray built into the toilet seat that cleans you after you go to the bathroom. The WOODBRIDGE has both front and rear wash features, so it works for everyone. You can adjust the water pressure and the position if you're picky or want a gentler wash. And for anyone nervous, you can also change the water temperature. There's even a pulsating function, which kind of moves the spray back and forth, and honestly, it's very thorough. Add in filtered water for better hygiene. For anyone coming from only using toilet paper, this is a huge upgrade. You finish much cleaner, and I now use a lot less toilet paper, which is better for my wallet and the environment. There's also this thing called movement drying. After the water spray, it blows warm air back and forth to dry you off. You can set the intensity of the air to suit your preference. In my experience, at first, it felt strange to stand there waiting for a toilet to do its thing, but after just a few uses, I couldn't complain. It's also pretty quiet. The motor hums but isn't loud or jarring, which is great for privacy and peace of mind, especially if you're using it late at night. Now, there's a unique feature on this WOODBRIDGE that I really want to highlight: the foam shield and auto deodorization. So each time the toilet is used, it automatically dispenses this special foam at the bottom of the bowl. The foam forms a shield on the water's surface to prevent splashing and keep odors under control. This is not something I realized would matter until I had it. No more unexpected splashes or strong toilet odors. There's also an automatic deodorizer built in, so things always smell fresh after every flush. Speaking of flushing, the toilet has both an automatic flush and dual manual flush option if you want to control your water usage. 1.28 GPF and dual flush just mean you can choose between a smaller flush for liquid waste or a more powerful one for solids. WOODBRIDGE rates this as a 1,000-gram MAP score, which is basically the toilet's ability to handle a large amount in one flush without clogging. In my experience, it works as promised. It flushes quickly, powerfully, quietly, and I haven't had any issues with clogs or needing to flush twice. Accessibility is another thing I really appreciate here. The chair height of the toilet is higher than most standard toilets, which might sound strange, but if you've got knee or back issues, like me sometimes, it's way easier to sit down and stand up without straining. It meets ADA standards, so if mobility is a concern, this can make a huge difference. Even my older family members commented on how much more comfortable the seat height was. When it comes to things I really like, the main one is how everything works together for maximum convenience and hygiene. The hands-free lid, the foot sensor, the thorough cleaning, the custom temperature settings, the foam dispenser, and the comfortable seat height all add up to make bathroom time cleaner, easier, and frankly, way more enjoyable. It's like having a little bit of spa comfort, but in your everyday routine. Daily basics become a lot less annoying and just work better. I'll be straight with you about a couple things. Installation was not as easy as just swapping out a regular toilet. There's more plumbing and electrical setup needed, especially for things like the heated seat and bidet spray. I had to spend some extra time measuring and making a few adjustments so it fit in my bathroom. The instructions are decent, but if you've never installed a toilet with smart features, you might want a pro to help. Also, like with anything electric and a little more high-tech, there's always that worry in the back of my mind about durability or what I would do if something stopped working in a few years. But so far, it's solid. Everything feels well built, nothing about the plastic seat feels flimsy, and you can tell WOODBRIDGE paid attention to everyday details. In my opinion, this WOODBRIDGE Smart Bidet Toilet is perfect for anyone looking to upgrade their bathroom experience, especially if you like hands-free convenience, value staying clean, and enjoy a little comfort in daily life. From my experience, even though it felt like a splurge at first, I ended up not just liking it, I kind of love it. It saves time and effort, feels more luxurious than it probably should. And everyone in my house agrees it's become the favorite seat in the home. In conclusion, the WOODBRIDGE Smart Bidet Toilet 1.28 GPF Dual Flush might look like just another high-tech bathroom gadget at first, but it's genuinely improved how I feel about something as basic as going to the bathroom. If you're considering it, and you have the budget, I'd recommend this for anyone who wants to treat themselves and their guests to a cleaner, cozier, and more convenient bathroom experience. Please check the comments section for detailed information about the WOODBRIDGE Smart Bidet Toilet 1.28 GPF Dual Flush. Thank you for watching.